you guys. This video is going to walk you through how to subtract polynomials, the second part of our learning target for 12.2. Some of you have already done how to add. If you haven't gotten to that point, that's okay. We're just going to skip down to the bottom of your notes and talk about how the heck do I subtract two or more polynomials. So these are some examples that you might see. These are nice and lined up. You can see that we have like terms lined up here, and that's the key when you're adding or subtracting polynomials. You're going to look for like terms, and I'll give you an example of like terms. If you have 2x to the third and you want to subtract something that's a like term, the coefficient doesn't matter, this big number here. You need to have the same base to the same power, x third, okay? There's another key to subtracting polynomials, and it's important to add the opposite. We actually don't want to subtract any of these problems. You're going to actually change all the subtraction signs to addition signs to make them a lot easier for yourself. If you don't add the opposite, I can guarantee that you're going to make a sign error somewhere, something silly, okay? So the first thing we need to do after we find our like terms, and these are all lined up nicely, is we're actually going to go to the subtraction sign and we're going to make it a plus sign. What? You can do that? Yes. The only way you can do that, though, is if you add and then change everything else after to the opposite sign. So we added, and this now needs to change to the opposite of a -6, which would be a +6. And the opposite of a plus 8xy would be a minus 8xy, okay? So we can change it to an addition problem, but everything after the sign needs to change to the opposite, okay? Now it's just an addition problem that we can add up. So we're going to take 4x squared plus 6x squared, and that's going to give us 10x squared, okay? And then over here, we have like terms, so we're going to take 5xy plus negative 8xy, which would give us a negative 3xy. Okay, and these aren't like terms, so that is my final answer. So it's basically just an addition problem because I changed it, so I didn't have to worry about having two negatives. See, like over here, I don't know what that wants me to do. So that's why it's really important to add the opposite. So let's look at the second problem here. So we have we don't have our like terms lined up, but that's okay. We just have to look for them. So before I even match anything up, I'm going to add the opposite like I did over here. So I'm going to take this subtraction sign. I'm going to make this an addition problem. But in order to do that, everything after the sign needs to change to the opposite. So instead of a -8, this is going to become a +8. And instead of a +8, this is going to become a -8. Okay? So the whole reason we're doing that is to make sure we don't make silly sign errors. Okay? Now we have to look for our like term. So I have 2n to the 4th plus, I see a like term over here, -8n to the 4th. So that's going to give me a -6n to the 4th. Okay? Oops. Sorry, guys. And then I'm going to look for my other set of like terms. So I see a -4 plus a +8. So I have plus 4. Okay, and those aren't like terms, so that is my final answer. Okay, I'm going to actually skip this one and then go through this one as a class, and that's all you need. So now it's just getting that practice in for how to subtract polynomials.